thank you to GBO and to Miguel for this opportunity to present my work. And I'm really excited to talk about Sonia Virtual Corner because I think that there's a lot of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs out there that they are so busy running their businesses that juggling many hats at the same time. And let's be honest, they're trying to do it all as opposed to outsourcing or delegating. And in my experience, this comes down to two main points. One of them is that outsourcing can be a little bit intimidating, especially if you're doing it for the first time. And you may find hesitation due to privacy or quality concern, and also the fear of losing control. And the other real concern is the financial aspect. Cost is always a factor in small businesses, and I completely understand that. The fact is that regardless the stage your business is in, whether if you're just starting out or you're working with a low budget, you'll definitely find that investing in a virtual assistant will enable your business to run smoothly while ensuring you're making the best use of your time. And thus the ROE can be really impressive and which justify the cost. So because I love creating value, I wanted to share with you a very important tool, which chances are you are already familiar with, but that if you can apply, you will exponentially transform your business. So my hope is that you'll be open to the few concepts that I will be sharing with you in the next few minutes. It sounds good? Yeah, can I? Yes? Great, so where do I share my screen? Okay. So I'll be, now I can't see you. What happens with my share? Okay. Hello? Okay, so I have some technical issue. I'm not very expert with all this, but anyway, so, well, I'll be showing you a little bit of what I do, how I work with my clients, and what are the tasks that you can delegate to a virtual assistant. And throughout all of this, you should be able to answer the question, why hire a virtual assistant? And if you're paying attention, you should also be experiencing a transformation in the way you view the future of your business. So, and also at the end, I'm going to give you a free gift. So before we jump into it, I just wanted to get a general idea and see if any of the scenario, I don't know if you can read here, are familiar with you. Yeah, I don't. Yes, can you read this? Have you any experience? Just
yes.
Yeah, good. So great. Well, the good news is that I'm here and I'm looking forward to helping you figure this out and giving you the tools to overcome this challenge. So first of all, why me? Some of you already know me and we have already worked in the past. For those who don't know me, I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Sonia and I'm a virtual assistant, and it is my passion to help overwhelmed entrepreneurs manage their time, energy, and expectations so that they can get all of their ideas, plans, and dreams into their business, out of their head and into their business. I've had various professional roles throughout my career, and whether it was when I was working in retail or sales management or planning events or just providing general administrative support, one thing that has always shined through is that I love to be in a support role, assisting people and helping them to achieve their goals, and professional and personal. So when life happened and the world turned upside down, a few months ago, I was already working online for a while. And so I decided to take some time and study a little bit more this virtual industry more in detail. And so a few months later, I started Sonia Virtual Corner, and I offer online business and personal support to a busy professional and basically anyone who just doesn't have the time to handle all the tasks on their plate. So here I am now, and I'm really passionate about my virtual assistant business in the same way the clients I work with are about their business. And that's what you need to succeed. You need to have people on board that understand your why. And ultimately, because their success is also my success. So it's a win-win. So two of the most popular questions that I get asked are, what is a virtual assistant, and what is the scope, exactly the scope of the work I do? Well, so VA is the abbreviation of virtual assistant, but could very well stand for valuable asset. So I work as an independent contractor and on one-off project or on a more regular basis, providing a list of tasks which are specified through needs assessment analysis and a discovery call on a weekly, hourly, or monthly basis. It just depends where you need assistance with, but they are all pretty much a task that an in-house assistant can do. Unlike an employee, you aren't having to pay for holidays, benefits, taxes, office space, or providing equipment. So the bottom line is that you'll be saving both time and money. So how do you start is also another question that I get asked if you want to work with me. So let's talk about concept for a moment. This is the delegation matrix, or task quadrant, as you prefer to call it. So and it's a very good starting point to determine which task you should be doing and which task you should hire others for. So I always say to start with a list of 3 things. Number 1, it's anything you just don't have time doing, and it's most probably standing in the way of growing your business. Number 2 is anything you just don't enjoy doing and don't do so well, and probably you aren't an expert in doing. And number 3, which is the most biggest list, is anything you should not be doing as business owners. So on the top, you will see 2 columns labeled on and in. They both represent the concept whether if you're working on your business or in your business. So when you're working on your business, you are the entrepreneur. And when you're working in your business, you are the employee. On the left, the column, the rows are labeled with the euro sign, the larger one representing high revenue and the small one representing low revenue. So now, ideally, as an entrepreneur, you want to spend most of your time in quadrant 1. The tasks in quadrant 1 are the one where you're working on your business. It's growing, it's developing, it's becoming more systemized, and you're also bringing in high revenue. So ideally, so I said again, quadrant 1 is where you want to be putting all of your time, and everything else should be hired out. So there are important tasks in each quadrant. In quadrant 4, there are plenty of tasks that need to be done, but they bring in low revenue, if any. So those could be easily assigned to a virtual assistant, and they're also extremely easy to assign, and it's where you will want to begin. Although they don't bring in high revenue, they still need to be done, and by freeing yourself from this task, you gain a time and focus to be on the task of quadrant 1, which is where your business grows, because you have the focus to work on things that drive your business forward. So quadrant 2 is the most ideal to hire for, because when someone does work in your business that generates high revenue, they become really valuable. So when you want to go on holiday or you are away from work, they will continue working and the revenue will continue to come in. So anything you want a team leader or an aspiring leader to learn to do. Quadrant 3 is a little bit more difficult to assign for. So until you master 2 and 4, I'd recommend against it, because for low revenue, it can also mean no revenue now and long-term potential revenue. So my hope in showing you the difference is that So you'll improve the way you allocate your time and allow others to work in your business while you work on your business, and appreciate the importance of freeing up your time to be in your zone of genius. And I find there are so many entrepreneurs that don't realize how much time they're spending in things that they shouldn't be spending time with, and especially they shouldn't be doing as business owners. So what's more crucial about effective time management? It's not about how much time you have, but how you make use of that time. So stay focused, keep on track, spend your time wisely, and I challenge you to become entrepreneur, quadrant 1 entrepreneur. If you need any help along the way or have any question, feel free to reach out. One step you can take today is to read my workbook. It's going to take you, it's very useful to know how to work with me. It's going to take you through all the stages and to see where you need assistance with, and that's where you can begin. I always recommend to start from a few tasks and then you can always grow. But for sure, when you read in the book, you will think, oh, that could really change the way I run and see my day and run my business. And so when if you decide to work with me and we are a good match, I offer to all my fellow GBO members 3 additional hours on free on my packages. So thank you all for listening. I hope you found this informative and interesting.